This is the remastered Arc Complex level for Doom Eternal LavaMod, standard ammo dump. It's been quite a while since I posted a major update for Doom Eternal LavaMod, so I figured I might as well show off this level because I gotta admit I've been stuck on this for quite a while. Try to get to some starting goodies to start you off with. Right here you'll see the switches in action. Fortunately, something in the update must have fucked with the hitboxes because it used to be easier to hit it. Yeah, there you go, the manually activated UAC holograms. So, okay, here's the story. I back in the last Let's Play video I recorded, I mentioned stuff about, like, the falling out with the new Doom modding community. I feel like ever since the master level has come out, I have barely gotten any work done on LavaMod. A combination of just apathy, difficulty with the mod structures, and, you know, just real-life problems. I mean, right off the bat, I'll talk about how, I don't know, I had to get an ingrown toenail removed. Very painful. So, you know, that really sucked. All those days, you know, I had to stay off my feet. I didn't really get time to work on LavaMod for quite a while. But this level in particular I've been stuck on, both from like the playtesting, the stress test angle, and the, you know, like just coming up with ideas. There's not really much I could have done with this level. And it's like, some people are going to be disappointed by the lack of like good secrets in this level, and I don't know what to say. You probably already noticed that I'm moving much faster. This is because you know, I figured since this level's not that exciting, I might as well show off something I promised a long time ago but never got around to. This is the Quake Movement Speed. I figured, you know, with the new Quake port that came out recently, by the way, that extra life I added there for the sake of extra life players, because I realized it takes a fucking forever to get to the first extra life in this level, and with some of the LavaMod changes it is very hard. Unfortunately, this is going to be a very easy run. You're going to see just how broken Quake Movement Speed makes this game. Fortunately, there's still like the weird animation snapping like that where they can just zip around the level. I try to show off the Street Sweeper in this mod. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I just see like all these little side areas I contextualize with the ammo pickups. Probably never went in there once, have you? Okay, I'm coming up to the difficult lobby part. Actually, you know, this is funny. I'm chasing some gargoyle. I'm chasing the gargoyle around the circle of the room. Before I go down there, I might as well show off the first secret I added. In this little corner is a little switch like the ones on the elevators. What this does is activate a Mega Armor for this somewhat difficult fight. You can see a ton of ammo. This level really didn't have that much ammo at all in the original. In fact, I'm pretty sure all the ammo pickups in this spot are completely original. This is the infamous double Whiplash fight. In older versions of Doom Eternal, this used to be one of the most frustrating parts in the entire game. Fortunately, with the nerfed wave blasts that came with the Tag 2 update, it's gotten a little more manageable. You see the first edition, here's a new Cacodemon. He spawns in the same spot that the Pain Elemental does in the Master level, and after they're dead, you see two Revenants spawn in. Originally, I wanted them to spawn them up on the upper balconies and have them jump down, but they had problems with their, you know, that where like they pop. Fuck yeah, I'm moving so fast I can't even keep up. I always felt like this lobby could have been pushed further, so I did push it further with more enemies. I've been really thinking a lot about how I approach arenas. I did get some criticism from Kaiser Will that LavaMod does play slower than most master levels, which is partly because, you know, you have to look for pickups. You can't just chainsaw whenever you want anymore, in famine mode at least. Here's this super secret, by the way. Now, there's a little switch here that well, it's supposed to turn green, but it's kind of glitching out on me. What this does, this opens up a meat hook trail. Unfortunately, I still have to use the fake meat hooks because you can't use the hide command on the real ones, I found out, which kind of sucks, but I'm sure it'll be contextualized enough people will know what to do. What this leads to, aside from a backtrack to start if you want supplies, what this leads to, a secret out-of-bounds room, little conference room with a projector and 8 rockets. I gotta admit, this level is still a work in progress. I might change some of them to cells, shells, and bullets. again, here with the, I don't know, the melee target's not working quite well. Yeah, so I've been trying to go back to previous levels and add more enemies to the main arenas because I figured, you know, I gotta have more incentives for players to play. Here's the first brand new arena I added, and the master level. This is just a simple Baron fight. For this room, I went with the interesting gimmick of being like pushed around by the enemies. You got the Dread Knight that makes the splash damage. You got the 2 shield enemies that can do a lot of damage to get close, and you got the Cacodemon that, you know, he takes up the vertical space and he can charge at you. And then you get the Mancubus, who also has the close range splash attack. So it's just a short little fight. It's basically part 1 of this little fight. This is part 2 of the same fight. They're both in the same checkpoint. Again, all the wasted space in the vanilla game. I gotta admit, the master level version of this level has to be the worst. There's a lot of parts that are actually easier than the original level. You see here, I added Hell Knight to try to make it a little more difficult. The funny thing is, if you stand on the barrier, he can't get to you. This actually happens in the master level too. I went back and there was 1 Hell Knight plus a Revenant that spawns here. Again, like the master level, it really feels like they just swapped out one enemy for another. It's definitely the worst one so far, and I hope someday id goes back and they polish it up to like the standards of the Super Gore Nest and the Terrasnabad master level. This little side area, I added those cells. I think there was 2 rockets there originally, but I replaced one of them. Yeah, I found myself in the beta test runs not having enough cells for this fight. That you can ignore that large health, by the way. In my play testing, I figured out it really wasn't needed. This is a part that I always die in my stress tests. In my stress tests, I've taken on a new format. I had to beat them with vanilla weapons with 0 upgrades. I like minimal percent run using the skips I have in the hub, and you know, it's going pretty tough, I got to admit. But I feel like I am going to end up having way too much ammo. By the way, I removed a shell pickup from this secret just because I was having too much shells at this point. You might think that the ammo's tight now, but I got to admit, it is kind of chaotic. Now, I could go down there, but here's a little semi-secret armor pickup, just to make that little spot you can walk to worth going to. But would you believe there's actually another little secret here? Unfortunately, I messed up the trigger. You might have seen this earlier during the room fight. Yeah, 80 cells for you to start the next arena with. You know, I just thought it was such a cool little side area. It's like, why didn't they do anything with this? There should have at least been like a codex pickup there. I don't know why id Software is so afraid of like interesting exploration, even in these tiny linear corridors. So here's another one of the major changed arenas, the Purple Goo fight. This is probably one of the most well-known set pieces from Doom Eternal. I gotta admit, the master level version of this fight sucks ass too. And I think it actually got broken in some updates. I think it's just 1 Tyrant and 1 Pain Elemental. Right there you can see the main centerpiece. Now there's meat hook nodes, and those are the real ones from Tag 2, using the new asset injector thing. Yeah, now we have real meat hook nodes. What used to be a very tedious and annoying arena that you had to be careful not to fall in the purple goo, it's now been solved. If you fall in the purple goo, just point up at that meat hook node and you can get out, you know, get out of jail free. But now there's new enemies. Here's I think the first Pain Elemental I added to this level. If you've watched my videos and you saw I think it was the classic Doom weapon sound effects pack, you saw that I rebalanced Super Gore Nest to have Pain Elementals again. There's some extra Prowlers. Funny enough, I noticed most fights in this level do not have the respawning fodder, so I'm going to have to actually make custom respawning fodder sections for some of these things. You can see I added, like, you know, rockets in a row. There's more stuff to do in this back area, and I have more enemies spawn here too. My aim is kind of fucked up because I'm not used to playing this Doom Eternal this fast. This is actually the first time I've had to play with these weapons, and I want to say 2 months. The problem is, like, the updates kept breaking everything. At one point I tried, yeah, you can see an Arachnotron spawns on one end, and a Mancubus spawns on the other end to signal, like, signpost, that's where you have to go to end this arena. Unfortunately, I think I've screwed up one of the spawns, because they always seem to spawn in at the exact same time, when it's supposed to be the Arachnotron spawns in first, and after one of the heavies dies, the Mancubus spawns in, but it's like I think I screwed up one of those flags. I actually did remove some ammo from this fight to add more. I was finding myself not having enough bullets with the vanilla weapons. I was running out of ammo. I did remove, I think, 2 shell pickups. I think I used to remove 3 of them, but I did put the one by those 2 cell pickups back because I was figuring, you know, you want to use the street sweep or you want to use full auto because, you know, they're less efficient versions of the weapon, but, you know, some players still want to use them. I was saying about the beta tests, yeah, originally what I wanted to do was I wanted to go back with the Doom 2016 weapons, no weak points, and no stagger states. So, but what I was finding it was gotten to the point where it was so fucking hard that no one would ever want to play the game this way. That's the thing about LavaMod. You might think it makes it easier, but there's enough customization to actually make it harder than Ultra Nightmare if you want it to be. Yeah, unfortunately you can see a lot of ammo I added to this little segment where the Cyber Mancubus is introduced for the first time. This is because like the vanilla weapons, you know, suck ass compared to LavaMod weapons, so I do have to dumb down these levels sometimes for them. But that's okay, you know, because it lets players have more fun. I have way too many cells right now and too many bullets and rockets because of the, you know, that secret, the secret with the 80 cells. The secrets are always supposed to make the level easier if you take the time to look for them. This is one of the extended fights. You see the Arachnotron's dead. Now two Cacodemons spawn in. They do have some trouble navigating because of that like platform. I might have to move them a little further away, but I like having them spawn in. I might actually have them spawn in a little sooner. They spawn in when the Arachnotron goes into a stagger state normally, but in here 2 Revenants spawn in. It doesn't make the fight that much longer, but I feel like, again, Kaiser Will said my arenas were a little too slow. I want to give players more incentives. I want to make arenas I felt were a little too easy in the original, about on par with like the rest of the arenas that are more normal difficulty. There are arenas in this level that are almost unchanged. You saw a Dread Knight. Again, this is moving so fast I'm having a hard time keeping up. The Dread Knight spawns further back, and he while you're fighting the Revenants, he either jumps up that ledge, which he usually does, or he runs up the staircase and ambushes you. I actually want to have a meat hook node here, but what I was finding is it was actually skipping the trigger point for this arena. There's a way to make a second trigger point, of course, but I figured, you know, maybe this fight doesn't need the... I like the idea of being able to go up and down from there. It gave more complexity to this arena, but, you know, I figured, you know, maybe it doesn't need the meat hook node. I don't have any rockets, so I gotta try to grenade jump here. This secret over here used to have 2 things in it, but I actually moved one of them. I always thought it was like fucking stupid that they had 2 collectibles in one secret, and it's not even really that secret. But this is a new secret. Here's a mega health for you. Unfortunately, I didn't bother putting in the armor. I forgot to take out the armor benefit from the mega health, but oh well. There's the imps that spawn in. Where there used to be the weapon mod is now just a health. And you're going to see why in a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Slayer Gate key. I am going to skip it though, because unfortunately I found out I do need to add more ammo to it, so I don't want you to see me just embarrassingly run out of ammo. See, what I was trying to say is I haven't played with the LavaMod weapons in like 2 months because what I found is that like the update, it broke all the file structures. I had to like replace almost every file into the new file structure. Every time there's a major update, this shit happens. And just when I was about to update it, they made like a fucking minor skin update, like the fucking the hot dog Mancubus bullshit that goes on. Yeah, you're not supposed to see that. The hot dog Mancubus, like they made a new skin and it somehow fucked up the file structure again. Here's the new Spectre I added, kind of like in that part in Super Gore Nest. I don't know, I like the fact that the Arachnotron jumps out through that small hole. So what I want to do, unfortunately I didn't do this for this video, but I do want to push back the weapon mod a little further against the wall so you can't as easily see it through the window. Like, I don't know why they... First of all, I don't know why they had 2 weapon mods within a minute. Like, maybe within 30 seconds of each other. Like, why the fuck do they... And it's like such an obvious secret, too. oh, just turn right instead of left, and it's like, big whoop. And then they telegraph the window. It's like, does id Software think we're stupid that they gotta telegraph their secrets that badly? This the street sweeper being used in its intended purpose. It's great for these little corridor parts. Actually, at one point I had a pain elementer from the master level here, but I did get rid of it because it was kind of awkward to fight, and it would like get stuck behind the wall. You have to shoot it at awkward angles. I think it one. I don't remember if I said this the last master level. I mean master level, LavaMod level. Here's a secret that has some ammo added, by the way. But yeah, because I do find myself running low on bullets and shells with vanilla weapons at this point. So it's nice to have the little extra bonuses like on a replay, like this would be. I mean, I actually thought about adding some more heavies here, especially to justify the rockets and the cell pickup over there, but I don't know. Oh shit, I'm losing my train of thought. There is something coming up I'm about to comment on. You're gonna see me go for the power weapon ammo. Okay, so over here is the new secret. There's 40 cells. This is where I move the battery, the Sentinel Battery. Now, it is very easily telegraphed. You're going to see it when you jump into the window, but I always thought, like, you know, this is such a perfect spot for a secret. Why was there nothing there originally? Why did they put, like, the battery and one of the toys right next to each other? It's like fucking bullshit. Another cell. Again, way too many cells at this point if I wasn't finding the secrets. That's basically just there. If you do have the Arbalest, you can instantly kill that Cacodemon. I mean, if not, it's just 8 shells and the little cell pickup. I used to have bullets in here, but I moved them. Oh, where that extra life... This is the extra life, the one you saw at the beginning. This is where it used to be. Now I've swapped the places with the... I think it was an album there. Here's me fucking up rocket jumping, by the way. I'm so not used to this anymore. Like I said, with the new Quake port out, I wanted to show off the Quake Movement Speed, because I'm sure there's probably young people who are just playing Quake for the first time, and they're thinking, I can play Quake Movement Speed in Doom Eternal, whatever. Boy, I'm really losing my train of thought. This is way too fast. And then even now, there's another secret I have to show off. Is that unfunny thing? What's this? The Sentinel guard is the Night Sentinel's gone. Where is he? Why, would you believe there's actually a small alcove where I put him? And it's like, why is there that empty spot in the vanilla level? It's like, why put him on the main path when you could just as easily put him right there? Players have to go looking for him. And it's telegraphed. You can see in that window up there when you're jumping up. He's going to be standing up. He's going to be glowing. He's going to be easily visible from that window. So as long as you're paying attention, you'll say, oh yeah, that's where he is. In the distance, I added like a little armor to the top of this plane. It's good actually because in the stress test runs, I actually find myself very low on health at this point. Again, this looks easy, but the stress tests have been a pain in my fucking ass. Like I said, just all this yeah, just all the actually, I'm running a little low on shells right now. I'm having a lot of bullets in this run for some reason. I guess partly because of the secrets, but yeah, there's the improved LavaMod combat shotgun kicking ass. This is in the stress test. This is an area I always die like 10 times on. I have no idea why. I admit the item placement could be a little better. This is kind of an awkward like mini arena. So it's like all the item pickups are technically like in out of the way corners. I might have to move them, some of them closer to like the middle of the arena where you would be running. I don't know. This is kind of like a holdover from my my first pass. There were a lot of item pickups, and you're especially gonna be seeing them in the garage, where it's like a lot of the item pickups from my first pass. That was before I really really got the hang of placing items in a way that you could still reach them easily. Like you see these trail bullets and the 2 rockets. That was something I added in the second pass because it was closer. There's 2 little there's you know, funny thing is like a lot of health in this arena too. Like there's the 250 healths and the 225 healths. It's like, I don't know why, for some reason, even though it's not that hard, it's just like a Dread Knight, Arachnotron, and I think 2 Prowlers. It's like I die so many times on this in test runs. This is the slog part. Oh, by the way, this is another thing I'm showing off. The The rocket gliding, I showed off rocket gliding for a little while. Just the overpowered shit you could do by having remote detonation give you some lift every time it detonates under your feet. Although it doesn't lift you forever. Oh, I guess I don't show that off. Oh shit, unless it's the part I mess up. Oh wait, now yeah, that's coming later, I'm sorry. Again, I have way too much health at this point. Little too many bullets. Little too many bullets. There's not really much I have to say about Art Complex. Like I said, well, I was starting to say this beginning of the level. This is like a level I've had writer's block on for a long time. I don't know what the hell to do with this level. That's why I don't feel bad showing it off. I figured like people are going to start getting upset if they don't see LavaMod updates soon. So I figured this level is not one of my favorites, and I don't think it turned out that great aside from the new stuff I added. So. You know, I don't feel like guilty spoiling the secrets from this level, especially since they're not that great. And I don't mind breaking the shit out of it with Quake Movement Speed, because again, I'm sure there's a lot of people who've always wanted to play the game like super fast. It's not built for it at all. Here's some little rockets I add to this. Again, this little ledge you've probably never been to. That ledge it leads to actually does have stuff. This is the stuff for the secret encounter, which unfortunately is not as cool anymore, because this would be I think the first time you fight the Pale Elemental normally. So I'm demonstrating the fight, how it would go. The Cacodemon, the Pain Elemental, and the Arachnotron. Not really much to say. Again, still have 7 fucking rockets. Now here's the new secret. There's a Mega Health and a Mega Armor. Fortunately, I haven't been able to come up with a way to get here, so far it's just a rocket jump secret. I guess if you're playing with vanilla weapons, you could meat hook jump off one of the Pain Elementals. I might put like a switch, you see like above where you enter this arena, the mini arena, I could put like a switch over here, I guess. And I could always add like a shootable switch somewhere, like maybe where I just bumped into. I think this is where I show off the this is where I show off the rocket gliding. I have plenty of rockets, so I can show this off. You don't get nearly as much lift anymore, so you can't skip that entire outdoor section in Mars Core anymore. I don't even think you can get to that far-off platform in, what was it, the Doom Hunter base anymore. So you get half as much lift as you would get on like a normal rocket jump, and it kind of works. I guess. Here's the heavy cannon being used for its intended purpose, mowing down like fodder at, I guess, medium range. I think this is still with the accuracy nerf, so it's not like pinpoint accurate. Here's some little secret ammo I added. I do find myself running low on this on vanilla. It's hard to believe. Run low on ammo most of the time around here. Some more health. I mean, yeah, it looks easy, but the stress tests are not easy. In the meantime, I have been working on a nice little surprise for Hell on Earth. Hell on Earth probably has the most, maybe not quite the most new content that I still think that's Terrasna bad, but it has a shit ton of new content, and there's going to be a lot of cool surprises that you're going to love in that level. And I finally finished the first pass on Sentinel Prime. I have no idea why I put it off, because even with the vanilla weapons and like the vanilla ammo caps, it's still pretty easy to beat the Gladiator without resorting to the counter, the glory kill punch animation counter when you hit him with the green flash. Some little bonus items here to prepare you, because in Doom 2016 they would put some ammo before fights as well as in the fights, just in case you're running low on ammo, which I usually am at this point. Fortunately, I think this is the part where it starts going a little overboard. You can see all the cells there. I think in older videos I used to say I used to make the cells pretty hard to find and the rockets pretty hard to find. I've been finding myself adding more cells and more rockets just because I wasn't finding myself using them nearly enough. Where I think I might end up doing, like, I don't know, hypothetical third passes. I don't know if I'm going to do those or not. I might end up starting to replace like bullets with cells, rockets with like shell pickups with 4 rockets, because that's about the equivalent. 4 super shotgun shots are 4 rockets. I'm sure you already get that. I'm intentionally not going for the thingy thingy, the Berserk pack, just to show off that this is beatable without using any power-ups. If you're doing like a no super weapon, no blood punch, no, I guess no secrets run? Because it does have to be beatable without secrets. I mean, look at this. I've got 33 shells right now. There's 16 shells on each window. I do like how the item placements came out in this arena, but like, I mean, it's like, there was like, I think I had to redo this arena 3 times just because even with the vanilla weapons, it's like, it wasn't enough. And it's like, it's hard to strike a balance. It's like, you have to figure, like, somehow there's going to be a player so fucking bad, they're not going to be able to kill one enemy with the, not Onslaught, the Berserk pack. So there's like 8, I think it's like 10 rockets overall. Actually, you see right there, and where the codex pages, I added like 40 cells there as like secrets. They're not intended to be picked up, but, you know, if you find them, it's the little bonus. I mean, look, you can see I still have a shit ton of shells. If you had used the Berserk pickup at this point, you would have had a shitload of ammo, and that's probably the hardest thing I've been able to balance with this level. Even like in older versions of this level, I had less ammo. It's just like, it's like for the players who do collect the Berserk pack, it's going to be too easy because they're going to have too much leftover ammo. For the players who are like, again, LavaMod has attempted like the misery, the cock and ball torture runs, like the pistol only runs in Doom 2016. It's like I want to make those possible again. So it's like if you don't want to use any power-ups, yeah. Did actually die maybe once or twice during this run. So even with how easy the LavaMod weapons and the Quake Movement Speed makes the game, it is still possible to die on Nightmare if you're playing carelessly. Again, it is kind of noobish the way I'm playing. It's not the intended way. You are meant to be playing with like the Doom Eternal speed. Fortunately, right here you're seeing a problem. I did make the Destroyer Blade stronger in order to account for like 30 plasma cells worth of damage. But the problem I'm finding now is that it's using 40 cells instead of 30 cells. I can't figure out why. I thought I set the ammo right in the file, but something's still fucking up. Right now I'm going to jump through the portal. So this is like a weird bit. And right when you come out, here's the token Lost Souls for the level. It's like here's an outdoor part where you could just easily have an ambient enemy like Lost Souls, and you don't. Before I go down that hole though, here's a cell and a rocket pickup. On the other side, you probably normally wouldn't ever go on. If you go there, you explore, you get the stuff. I mean, again, normally on runs... Oh, by the way, this is a funny thing. I try to experiment with this elevator to see if I could make it faster, and I guess it does. The problem you're going to see is that even though it speeds up the animation, you're still stuck in place with the same amount of time it would take. So I got to figure out what causes like that to happen. Because I always hated the elevator parts in this level. They really dragged the pacing down. I mean, look at this. I got 192 cells, full bullet pickup, 240 bullets. Thankfully, with the chain guns and accuracy, it is, and the lower damage compared to vanilla, it is less efficient. But it's still, you still see me use way too many bullets in each given situation. A little bit with the... I always like this little bit with the imps popping out. It almost reminded me of like Doom 3 on crack. Just super fast. And I love putting item pickups on like tables and chairs and shit. It really does make the levels feel more natural. Before you go in the elevator, there's 2 little rocks. Again, I can't keep up. It's moving so fast with the Quake movement speed. I really didn't have much to say about this level. It's, aside from like the harder fights, I am finding myself adding harder fights. This part's relatively unchanged, I think. So, in Super Gore Nest, you probably did see I added the QuakeCon 2018 enemies back into that Vermillion Canal fight. It's much longer, much harder now, and I really like it. There's tons of ammo, tons of enemies. It's where the two pain elementals to fight one after another. I really like how that fight came out. It feels a lot more epic now. God, epic. That's such a 2000s word, but yeah, it really feels grand scale. There's a lot of fights in Vanilla Doom Eternal I feel are kind of like wasted potential. I don't know, for some reason, these are holdovers in the first pass. I used to like putting like cells and rockets in very obscure spots, just behind something. Yeah. Again, this is another arena. This is one I only had to add one new thing to. You're gonna see it, of course. I tease you with that little health pickup, by the way. It's right without the Quake movement, so you would fall in that hole. So it just tease you. Unfortunately, I forgot, again, this is a work in progress level, I forgot to change that placeholder meat hook into the official one. I mean, that's an easy fix, but I can't believe I forgot to change that. I don't know, this is another experimental one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. I don't know if I'm going to move it. I always, like, I don't know, because you're supposed to take the boost pads up, but that does make it, you can just swing around. I don't know, it's a little awkward. But I feel like, I actually did see somebody's, that double Marauder fight in the UAC Atlantica. Somebody did do cool stuff with the meat hooks in that arena. So, I mean, I don't know, meat hooks, you know, they can be used poorly. They can be used really well. I don't know if that's the best usage. I might, you know, I always open to feedback, people. Please leave feedback in the comments. Yeah, this is what you'd want to do it for. You want to get up without using the boost pads. Maybe it breaks the intended flow of the arena. I don't know. I just, you know, the meat hook nose was such a great idea. I can't believe they weren't there from the beginning. This fight, maybe I could restructure this fight. There are some awkward pauses. I don't know, and that would give me an opportunity to add more ammo. I think for this arena, there was actually almost enough ammo. I only had to add, like, I think 4 cells for the one new enemy I added, and I think maybe 40 bullets, maybe 1 shell pickup. You know, it was almost enough ammo until I added 1 new enemy. You're going to be seeing me missing the ballista shot. I think this is new. I did show it off in an update video, but this is the first time you're seeing like a rebalanced level. The new plasma rifle, I really like it. Yeah, and there's the 1 new enemy, just a token pain elemental, because I figured they're already introduced at this point. Like I was saying in the elevator segment, there was this, I think, I want to say there's 3 pain elementals, maybe 4 pain elementals I added to Super Gore Nest. There's the 2 in the first arena, and then I can't remember one of them, but one of them I definitely did add to that second buff totem part that's outdoors. It spawns next to the Cacodemon. I made that area way harder. You know how I remember in the very first rebalance level video I said I always wanted to add something down there in that little part where you take the boost pad up to the buff totem? I did. I actually did add a carcass down there. He's pretty good at tracking you with the wave blast shot, and he can make a shield, and he is very good at spinning at you. He does make that arena, like, that just that little pinch more hard. So I really like adding that carcass down there, that without even adding an item pickup or whatever, that part now feels like it's contextualized properly. This is the part I run by where I added the new cell pickups just to deal with that. I decided to, you know, I tried to do no power-ups. I figured for the purple goo part, I might as well show this shit off. You know, skip most of this, skip the enemies. I added those rockets just for the benefit of, like, I actually did somehow skip an enemy spawn there, but the rockets are for your benefit. You know, like, you just clear out everything in your way. I don't know. This part is always a bit of a drag, but there is a secret down here. Not a very good secret, but it's a secret nonetheless. You take this thing. Fortunately, this triggers a bit too early. Look at this. I've got 19 rockets. I decided to waste some of them. I add some cell pickups and bullet pickups down here because I figured if you waste the time to actually get down here, you might as well be rewarded with something, and you get a meat hook back up to the main thing anyway. So it's just a little thing to reward you for exploring if you decide to go in the purple goo for whatever reason. I have something similar to this in Exaltia, where the Arachnotron pops up in the purple goo part. If you go to that little left alcove, there's like 40 cells. It's just a little thing to, if you know, you're not wasting your time, you get something out of it. This is something, unfortunately, I forgot to fix for this video. I used to have it that electrical hazards, you know, fire hazards, all these elemental hazards in the levels, they used to break your shield instantly, because I figured it's kind of stupid that you can just cheese these obstacles. They just instantly, now they instantly break your shield. So you can protect yourself, you can like almost parry one if it hits you, but you can't just mindlessly dash through a wall of electricity now. You have to be, you know, it's your Aku Aku mask from Crash Bandicoot. You get one protective shot, and yeah. I did think about changing this bit. I don't know what I wanted to add though. This is kind of like a filler segment. It's really not much. You know, again, I almost could have edited this out. I forgot I didn't have the Arbalest at this point. And I show off the little secret area where there's the other secret encounter. not much changed. I think I added 2 pickups. I definitely added this, and I added a secret health. Right here, there's like a little cell pickup. I don't know, I have a lot of cells at this point, so I don't think I'm going to add another cell pickup. Actually, not that much cells, but like, you know, me just simulating what the fight would look like. I guess, you know, I'd be losing a lot more health, but oh well. You know, for a long time, I did think I almost thought I was going to cancel LavaMod. I was just becoming totally apathetic. Even besides, like, the community drama with the Doom community lately, it's like I was losing the passion. But you know what? I gotta say, finishing up this level, this was my hurdle. You know, Arc Complex. I did have Mars Core mostly figured out. You saw the rebalance final fight from that level. I do have to tweak it a little more to make it flow better. I'm probably gonna go back after this video and finish up some of the unpolished shit. By the way, I still don't know how to fix this elevator because it can push you off into like out of bounds and you have to reset from a checkpoint. There's probably a way to put an invisible wall to help you. But you're gonna so what you're gonna see. I should have sped this up too. You're gonna see 51 shells, and there's 16 shells. I think there used to be 32 there, but I did remove 2 of them because I figured, you know, you don't need that many cells, and I get to put them in the garage. What I was finding is, like, if I remove some of the ammo from the pre-fight areas, I get to put them back in the arena, and it justifies it. You don't want to have too much ammo of one type when you start an arena. Me with my fucking 54 shells. So, okay, what you see there's the weapon mod. Right before the difficult garage fight, that's where the first weapon mod's been moved to. I figured, you know, it's like, it's spaced out well enough from the first one that it's like, and it is on the main path, so it's like, it feels rewarding. You know, you get a nice new toy to play with right before this long, difficult garage fight. Right now, you'll see right here, the first change. This fight used to just be kind of boring and empty. There was literally no pickups except chainsaw fuel. Now it's like a full, like, track. I intend for you to just run around in circles. There you even see it, the first Blood Punch pickup I added. You're going to see why I add that a little later. 2 of the imps I actually did switch out for the shield guards. It helps you get that little, the Sentinel Battery third. So here's the next phase of the fight. I've been approaching these fights. It's funny, classic Doom has like hordes of enemies. I've actually been approaching my fights, and you see like the Hell Knight runs up from the bottom floor. You probably also saw I removed the Mega Health and I replaced it with the Mega Armor. I actually never knew you could go in that alcove over there, but yeah, it's full clipping. It's a full room. It is a bit tricky. That's why I put the only rockets in this. Well, the only rockets meant to be obtained in this half level. Then, you know, once all the new enemies are gone, here's that tricky little Whiplash that technically starts the second phase of the fight on the lower level. Although she is on the top half for some reason. Yeah, so I moved the thing over here, and here's 6 rockets. You know, this is a pretty long fight. I find, you know, six rockets, okay. I've been adding, like I said, I've been adding more cells, more rockets. I did have a little too many cells to start with, but I did move them to the master level layer. I got one little 25 health pickup in each corner, and you get the full armor. It's a fun fight. It's pretty difficult with vanilla weapon. Again, Quake weapons make everything too fucking easy. So where there used to be that one collectible, I did have some ammo. I'm thinking about removing this ammo, though. Even in the master level, I had some more rockets on that other couch, but I might just keep the little health vials, because I feel like having this much ammo might make it a little too easy. It's like, it's a fun little reward if you decide to go in here during the fight. You see, I didn't go in this room at all during the fight, so now that you know it's there. Oh, by the way, here's the little Easter egg I found. If you go into this room before the Mancubus pops out, you'll see a T-posing Night Sentinel. He's just floating there, menacingly. I have no idea what the fuck this is about. I talked to somebody about this and they think like it's the baked, it is baked. I actually went back in the master level version of this level. The reflection's still there even though they removed the Night Sentinel, but it's like almost baked in the level. And actually, even without no clip, you can see it if you jump in a certain spot. So where there used to be a Mancubus is the Cyber Mancubus. The regular Mancubus has actually been moved over here. The fight has been changed. The Whiplash that normally spawns does spawn after you kill one of the Mancubus Actually, I think a Mancubus and a Whiplash, because if you start this fight with the Whiplash from the above level still alive, it does wait. Here's the extended part of the fight. 2 Dread Knights spawn in and a Pain Elemental. So the back part of the room, which ordinarily wouldn't be used, it now has enemies. The enemy spawns actually lead you through the level. The Dread Knights have their powerful swipe. It's almost like they block you from getting past the sides. In this corner spawns a Prowler and a Spectre. The Spectre is the last enemy that spawns in to signal the end of the fight. From the upper level, yeah, again, more enemies rushing in from the upper level. An Arachnotron and a Revenant. There's 4, I think there's 4 heavy, whereas in the top level is 3 heavies active at one time. In the bottom half, I think there's up to 4 heavies active at one time, so, you know. Overall, I like how this fight went. With vanilla weapons, I am finding myself with, like, just barely enough ammo to complete it, which is what I want. If you can barely complete an arena with, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe half a pickup's worth of each ammo type, and maybe one of the ammo types empty, yeah, you can see I didn't collect a lot of this shit, unfortunately, and there's some more bullets in the bench. But overall, this fight took me a long time. Oh, by the way, here's like a little secret I might add in a future update. It's got full clipping. I don't even have to add invisible walls. I might add a teleport into this room like I did with that office in the beginning. I really like the item placements, the new enemies. It makes this garage feel a lot more satisfying to play through. I know that it looks easy, but it really isn't. So here's the next, again, this whole last third of the level has been completely changed. You see a giant cache of ammo. Now you see, I almost go for the thingy, the Onslaught. Yeah, the Onslaught. But no, I decided to change. You see there's actually 3 Mancubi active plus the Revenant. I actually checked the files, and one of the little regular blaster soldiers, he was originally in the beta version of this level a Mancubus, so they did want more Mancubi here. And I think another Hell soldier was actually, when I was a zombie tier 3, it was this Arachnotron. So yeah, this what used to be just like a short little fight has been again extended. Originally, I wanted this to almost be like a serious stamp. Oh my god, I'm really thirsty. But a serious Sam style horde fight where you just constantly be pushed backwards by the onslaught of enemies. But I don't know, I didn't want it to go on that long, especially for the second half of this fight. I just, I just wanted to make something a little more satisfying for you to shoot all those enemies with onslaught. Here's the last phase of the bridge fight. 3 Cacodemons spawn in from like the top of the where the entrance to where that little tunnel thing is. I am running low on health, and I do need to add more health to this bridge part. I decided to cheese this fight. Again, this is another reason why I didn't go with the serious Sam bridge fight idea. Oh, you might have also seen that two of the zombie tier 1s have been replaced with tier 3s, and the other 2 have been replaced with shield enemies. I find they take a little too long to get to the main part of the arena, though. They aren't just meant to trip you up, like if you're not paying attention, but I might change one of them to a gargoyle. One of them does technically spawn much farther out. You're going to see me go back and collect some health. It's not really needed, though, because I decided to load a checkpoint. I figured, you're thinking that, that sucked, I drink lava. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you show us that epic bridge fight without using the onslaught? So, for the crybabies out there, here you go. Here's what this fight looks like made into super easy mode. Just have fun. You get a shit ton of ammo. You get full bullets on vanilla ammo cap. You get full shells. You get, I think you get enough rockets for the default cap. I think you get 180 cells, which I think is... I don't feel like doing the math in my head right now. I'm very tired. Yeah, you see, this is basically how it's meant to be played. Remember, the LavaMod version of Onslaught is supposed to last 20 seconds, so I didn't bother updating that for this update. Yeah, you get the point. The part with the 3 Arachnotrons, Cacodemons, is supposed to be reminiscent of the next level, Mars Core, where you see like huge waves of them flying at you. This is almost like a taster. Like, this is like a preview of the shit you'll be seeing in the next level. And, with the LavaMod version of Onslaught, you will have enough Onslaught to get to that part of the final phase. So you're going to get the checkpoint. You see that grapple hook. Yep. What used to be completely wasted space after that uneventful bridge fight, this is now the final phase of like the last real fight of the arena. Of course, you see I haven't added the clipping onto that big wall yet. and some tricky stuff with the clipping. So yeah, two Cyber Mancubi at once, the first ever in Doom Eternal at this point, and LavaMod at this point. So it's two. I do fucking die in this part. Thank God for the checkpoint. I technically do consider this part of the bridge fight, even though there is like a little breather checkpoint, which is good because this part of the fight is pretty hard without Quake Movement Speed. I probably do have to add more health and ammo. I mean, you could see the shell and the rockets there. I set up the cells and the shells in kind of like awkward positions while the shells and the bullets are like in the central part of the arena. So the gimmick behind, again, similar to that lobby fight with the Dread Knight and the Cacodemon, the gimmick behind this fight, it's another limited mobility fight. You've got I think maybe like half the arena is covered in purple goo. So you've got to use the grapple hook. You got to, as soon as you kill two of the super heavies, two Cacodemons spawn in. I might make this fight a little harder after like that garage fight. But yeah, it's like you've got the two Cyber Mancubi and a pain element all at once. So this is like, before the Marauder, this is like going to be the hardest, well, I guess in theory, the hardest fight that's not a Slayer Gate so far. Now you've got a Dread Knight. I thought there was supposed to be two Dread Knights. Maybe something fucked up. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be two Dread Knights, but I think one of them didn't spawn in properly, which is a bit unfortunate. And I think the last part of this fight is some Whiplashes, one of which I also don't think spawned in properly. There's supposed to be two Whiplashes and two Dread Knights, fortunately. So this fight did screw up a little. Now I'm just killing the last Prowler. You notice I did have the fodder spawn in. They do spawn in with the first phase of the fight, but it does take a little longer. So you'll have at least enough time to kill one of the super heavies if you're good at quick switching. It's not completely unfair. Once all the fodder spawns in, I found when all the fodder spawned in with the super heavies, it was like almost unfair levels of difficulty. Now you're gonna see right here, I'm demonstrating something. In the vanilla version of this level, there are no invisible walls there. If you use the meat hook and there are no invisible walls I added, you would just go out of bounds. There is technically still one out of bounds part I have to fix, but yeah, it took a few hours, but I had to add those invisible walls manually. I probably should have some health here, just because you figured you lose a lot from that fight, but that was the last real fight of the arena. I always felt like that little bridge part before the building, there should have been something there, and thankfully with the meat hook node, I was able to redeem what could have been a really shitty arena. Again, it's a combination of the main thing and the lobby fight with the Dread Knight and the big it's called the hub in the files, the big purple goo area. It's almost like a hybrid of that. It's testing you on what you've learned so far. I still haven't gotten rid of the blue stars around the thing yet. You'll notice I still have the pre-nerf. They actually nerfed this. They actually took away the imps and the mecha zombies from this fight. Very unfortunate, but that's basically it. I figured I need an update. Way too much ammo, but yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to crunch LavaMod out. I know it seems insurmountable, but I'll try.